Good day, everyone. So, today we will explore the impact of globalization on our society and the world. But first, what is globalization? Globalization brings both benefits and challenges. It improves access to information, connects people, and advances medicine, but also create issues like educational gaps, environmental problems, and cultural loss. Balancing these effects is key to making the most of globalization. It also a process that connects people, businesses, and cultures from all around the world more closely than ever before. This connection is driven by advances in technology, trade, and travel, making it easier for people and ideas to cross borders. To get a clearer picture of how globalization affects our daily lives, we asked a range of people pertaining to their experiences and opinions. Specifically, a former classmate which is interviewed by Maira Lorraine, a medical technologist approached by Edjill Nino, while Juvelyn interviewed the ticket booth vendor, a teacher which is approached by me, and a barangay nutrition scholar interviewed by Danica. Their answers help us understand how globalization touches different areas, such as job, opportunities, and cultural practices and community life. In this video, we'll explore both benefits and challenges of globalization, using the feedback from our respondents to highlight how this global trend is changing our world and how people are responding to these changes.
My respondent is a former classmate in grade 8 at Liceo de Cagayan University named Angel Dodole, who is currently also studying the same program as mine, which is information technology. I asked her the question, how does globalization shape the way people live and interact around the world? She said that globalization helps people and businesses around the world to connect more easily. This means you can buy things from other countries and learn about different cultures, which can really be exciting and opens up new opportunities. And countries can also join forces to tackle big problems like health crisis or developing new technologies, which is a big benefit for everyone. From my point of view, though, there are some issues we should think about. For example, as global trends become more popular, local traditions and customs might start to fade away. This could be a loss for our unique cultural heritage. Additionally, new technologies and competition from other countries can make it hard for local businesses to compete. This might lead to fewer jobs or economic struggles in our own communities. So while globalization offers many great opportunities, it's important to also recognize and address these challenges to help our local cultures and economies.
As from a respondent who is a medical technologist, different impacts are being brought in the world and our society by the globalization, such as in the economy and the modernization. But in the nature of her work, which is in the medical field, she believes that globalization had a transformative impact in terms of advancement and challenges. And upon analyzing her response, I could also agree with it, like she have said that the globalization had an impact both in terms of advancement and challenges that also significantly increased knowledge and technology, which also allowed sharing of research and innovations across the countries. This also led to improvements in treatments and medical tools, benefiting even the most remote places. Globalization has fueled medical tourism where patients seek affordable or specialized treatments in other countries, improving individual access to care. It also brought challenges such as the spread of diseases due to increased international travel, which highlights the need for global cooperation. And that's all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I will represent my analysis from my respondent, and her name is April. a 29-year-old ticket booth vendor from Kauswagan, Cagayan de Oro City, answering the question, how does globalization affect society? According to Miss April, globalization affects society in various ways. For example, addiction and drugs. Due to globalization, higher rates on addiction and drugs have been prominent due to the spread of substances across the borders. Also, the pollution made by globalized industrial activity and transportation has also affected the living of each individual. She also stated that in terms of product costs, the trading doesn't really help because product prices are still increasing day by day. However, she also mentioned that the connection of our country and the other nations has made some positive improvements that help us become a more progressive nation of today. In my analysis, Miss April's view on globalization highlights both good and bad effects. On the negative side, globalization has increased drug addiction and pollution, and it hasn't stopped the increase of product prices or inflation. On the positive side, it has improved connections between countries and helped with the Philippines' progress. Overall, she sees globalization as having both problems and benefits of the society. That is all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I am Chanice Caboverde, and for this survey, my respondent is my aunt. Her name is Don Frangeli Ubay Ubay, a 39 years old teacher at City Central School here in Cagayan de Oro City. I will present my analysis based on her responses. First, let me summarize her answer to the question, what is the impact of globalization on society? She said that as a teacher, globalization can be both opportunities and challenges since it necessitates adaptation in teaching strategies and curriculum to prepare students for a more interconnected world. It also highlights disparities in educational resources and opportunities, prompting educators for more equitable access to education and addressing these gaps. So, for my analysis for this, because of globalization, teachers need to include global topics in their lessons, such as international issues and understanding different cultures. This is important because globalization can also show us where there are differences in how well students are educated in different places. For example, some areas might have better resources and opportunities than others. So teachers should think about how to make education more fair and accessible for everyone. Overall, globalization brings both benefits and challenges for teachers. It gives them a chance to teach students about the world and different cultures. But it also means they need to adjust their teaching methods and materials to prepare students for a world that's more interconnected. That's all, Mom, and thank you.
When I asked Mrs. Dolly Gulciano, a 56-year-old barangay nutrition scholar, about the impact of globalization, she said it changed society, mainly through technology. In the past, students went to libraries to find information, but now they can quickly search on their phones, join online classes, or use modules for learning. She said this makes learning easier and faster as students can get information anytime. However, she also worried that depending too much on technology could hurt deeper learning since students might only look for quick answers. She also mentioned that too much screen time could affect social skills and well being. In the end, Mrs. Dolly believes globalization has made education better but also brought new challenges. From my view, Mrs. Dolly Golciano's points show that while globalization and technology make learning easier and faster, they also create problems. Using technology too much can limit understanding and affect social skills. So even though globalization has improved education, it's important to use technology to handle these issues. Analysis of globalization's impact on society. Educational and technological impact. Dolly Golciano, a barangay nutrition scholar, noted that technology from globalization makes learning easier and faster. However, she worried it might lead to shallow learning and reduce social skills due to too much screen time. Technology needs to be used wisely to balance these effects. Societal and environmental concerns. Miss April, a ticket booth vendor, pointed out that globalization has both pros and cons. While it improves global connections and national progress, it also brings issues like increased drug addiction, pollution, and higher product prices. These challenges show that globalization has mixed effects on society. Cultural and economic dimensions. Angel Dodole, a student, mentioned that globalization connects people and exposes them to new cultures and opportunities. But it can also lead to the loss of local traditions and pressure on local businesses. Balancing global benefits with protecting local culture is important. Educational adaptations and equity. Ma'am Don Frangeli Ubay-Ubay, a teacher, explained that globalization requires teachers to update their lessons to include global issues and diverse cultures. It also highlights gaps in educational resources, pushing for fairer access to education. This means educators need to adapt to prepare students for a globalized world. Medical advancements and challenges. A medical technologist shared that globalization has improved medical care and allowed more people to access treatments through medical tourism. However, it also means diseases can spread more easily, requiring global health cooperation.